Thank you for that fine introduction, Mr. Ward. Again, my name is Wardy Ward, and I'm going to be your talented tour guide on this important episode of What's Up Ward, the podcast. My co-host Tiki the Talker's in the building. What's good, Tiki?
What's up, Wardy Ward?
My lawyer told me not to answer that question, but still, I would like to know more about that product you mentioned on our last episode, because I really got to get my skincare together. So tell me a little bit about that, if you would.
Yeah, the skincare one, absolutely. So that's Imiru Skincare. It's a completely plant-based organic skincare line, kind of new to the clean beauty scene, but it's already taken off, making its mark. It's good for female, male, young, old, all different kind of skin types. It's designed to improve the health of the skin. Yeah. Use a little bit of that there, I think.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you go to www.emiru skincare.com to check them out.
Wonderful. I would definitely do that and invite everybody in our listening audience to do the same thing. One of the things we often say on this show is everybody has a story to tell, but we just want to know yours. My guest today certainly falls in this category. We look forward to hearing her story. Today, we will chat with Ms. Voszi Douglas. She is known as a fabulous fashion designer that creates one-of-a-kind designs made with no buttons or zippers. So men with muscles and ladies with no makeup on, please join me and welcome Ms. Voszi Voszi Douglas to the lab. How you doing, Voszi?
I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantabulous here. Glad you made time out to come with our little lab and share with us. In your own words, can you tell us who is Voszi Douglas? Who is this mysterious lady that we're going to interview today?
Well, I would say I'm a fashion designer, an artist, and I'm a fabric manipulator. And between all those things together, my imaginations and my help from God, I design clothing, jewelry, accessories.
Okay, I like that. You said fashion manipulator. What does that mean?
Yes.
Manipulator. Using
Okay,
big
so
words on me early.
when I'm making outfits, I'll get fabric. Sometimes I hand dye fabrics, and I might scrunch it up a little bit and twist it up and make it like a 3D design it with my jewelry or with a jacket. I might do a 3D design on the back. So I'm manipulating fabric, moving around different ways to get different looks and textures.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm glad he asked that question. I was wondering, are there certain fabrics that you just are very, very difficult to work with and you just keep them off the menu, or do you just pretty much use anything?
I don't mess a lot with, like, say, satin or velvets. I don't use those too much. But I just like what catches my eye in different colors and things and mixing things together. So I like all types of fabrics.
Now, I understand you're living in Columbus, Ohio. Have you lived there all your life? Or this is just someone you moved to try to make this thing work?
I'd say pretty much my whole life. I was born in Mansfield, Ohio, right down 71 from here. But I've been here in Columbus since I was 13 months old. So that's pretty much my life.
Yeah. So you didn't need to go to LA or New York to do this? You just want to make it happen here?
Well, yeah, I made it happen here. I always did draw fashion my whole life. Even before I went to school, I would draw fashion. I took fashion merchandising in college, I'm kind of I didn't start sewing until I was 25. So I kind of started off with patterns and things like that, but that didn't traditionally work for me. That's how I got to the one of a kind, no buttons, no zippers, no patterns.
Did you go to OSU? Did you go to OSU?
No, I went to
Columbus
it's not
Art
here
Design?
anymore, but it was called Bliss Business College. I took business, fashion merchandising. My sewing, my mother helped me sew, and a lot of trial and error, and just later on in life, I always did draw fashion, but I didn't start sewing until I was 25.
Yeah. My people told me that you didn't start sewing until you was 25, because they said originally I guess we're going to have people do your designs for you. You was going to write them and then they had them sew them up. Is that how it started out?
In my mind's eye, because I always did draw fashion, so I was going to just be so fabulous that I was going to draw these pictures and pick this fabric, and people were going to make it for me. And it just didn't quite work out like that. So I'm glad I
didn't see your vision,
but didn't see my vision. I don't know quite how to answer that. Some people sold different things. They wanted to wanted me to draw for them to create their design since I didn't sew at first. And there were
Okay.
people who saw my vision along the way. I definitely had a lot of help along the way that brought me to where I am today. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. When you said that sewing, I've always been scared of sewing machines because you know you getting in there and I mean, have you had any situations we'll say sewing?
Oh yeah. Like so when I first started out, it was mostly my mother was trying to help me. And I had the Vogue patterns, all the drawings I was doing was more like Vogue patterns, which anybody that sews knows those are some hard, they're sharp, they're hard, it's a lot of pieces. And me trying to do that and being frustrated, it was just later on, it's just easier for me to take my drawings and make them into designs because I didn't see finding a design pattern that was close to what I had in my mind. And then you have to cut it out, and then you got to pin it to the fabric, then you got to cut it out again, and you got to follow instructions. So it just made more sense to me that you just started with a simplistic, to me it was simplistic, and then add to it.
I see.
That's why I stuck with the no buttons, no zippers, no patterns.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of questions on that. I'm going to actually get to there. How did you know that you could actually do this? I mean, because a lot of times people are overwhelmed with something like that. You know, I mean, you just started something that's you probably nobody in your family had done before, right? You're pioneering this.
Not really. My grandmother. She sewed without patterns and stuff way back, sewing for probably a lot of the white people in the area because she was from Tennessee, rural Tennessee. She did that when she was a child. I had a sister that sewed a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
But,
so then you took it to the next level.
I feel God took me to the next level because it's something I always wanted to do. I always did draw, but I just didn't. I at one point didn't even know how to get it from the thought process to the finish because I didn't sew and I didn't really want to sew. I was like, somebody gonna be sewing for me, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you like it now? You like that sewing now? Is it comfortable, second nature?
it's comfortable and I would have to say it's second nature, but it's not my favorite part. It would be really nice to go travel. I travel around and get fabric. I love that part. I like the dyeing of it. I draw, so I like the artwork. But the sewing and the execution is not my favorite part, but it has to be done to get a finished product at this point.
Where do you get your fabric? What kind of places do you frequent?
Well, I guess as far as going out of town, I usually go to Chicago probably about 5 or 6 times a year. I got several places in Chicago I like. I go to New York a couple of times a year. And Toronto has a nice garment district that I discovered probably about 10 years ago. And I also like to dye fabrics and draw on it and mix textures and stuff and create things that way as well. And I go, and I do my coats out of upholstery. So I go to places that sell upholstery fabrics. My hats, jackets, coats, and purses are mostly upholstery fabric.
Yeah. They got a garment district in Los Angeles as well. Have you been to that one?
I did. I went. I've been to Los Angeles twice to their district. It's been several years ago, but I did go there. That was nice.
That's amazing down there. I was overwhelmed. They have everything there. So
I know, right? It's a whole different kind of, because of the temperatures and everything. It's all different types of fabrics than we would maybe have here. So I love wherever I go. I want to go to the fabric store.
Yeah,
I want to ask him how he ended up in a fabric store, but I'm not gonna do that.
How'd I end up? Huh?
Oh, I don't know if I want to know that. I don't want to I wanted to know how he ended up in the fabric store in Los Angeles, but I'm not going to ask that.
I can briefly tell you. I'll tell you. I was in LA and I wanted to go down and see what's down there, and they had a jewelry shop, and I went in there to get me some imitation jewelry, and right next door they had a wedding shop, and I couldn't believe this. They said you can have your wedding dress cut, tailored, fit, whatever, in 3 hours. And I was like, well, what are these other people doing? If they doing this in 3 hours, it was like some Asian people in there, about 12 of them, and you go in there, and when I came out the jewelry store, I saw a couple run to their wedding. I was like, how did they do it that fast? So that's how I kind of, anyway.
Okay, all right.
Back to Voszi. Voszi, how do you know when a design is done? Because like I have a barber's license as well, and sometimes I'm cutting hair. I almost, trying to get too perfect sometimes. How do you know when this this fit is it. You know, like when you could sit back and like, yeah, right there, drop the mic on.
It's a feeling in my heart. I'm looking at stuff now that I'm working on. How do I know when it's finished? And I don't want to add anything else to it because sometimes I will have something that I either think it's finished or something's missing. I just need a little something else. And then I'll usually just hang it up and look at it. I pray on it too. I gotta put that in there and open my mind up to it. I figure out how it's gonna look on the person, and I want stuff to sometimes you can wear a lot of different ways. Because sometimes you wear something upside down or backwards to give a different look without the buttons and zippers. And then it just comes to a point, it's like, there you go, there it is. Yeah. And sometimes it's even when a model tries it on to maybe before a show, they might try it on. And then I'll see it on someone because I don't, I just, the way I sew, I don't see it on anyone until I put it on the models. And then I'll look and say, okay, that needs just a little something else. Maybe it needs a collar in a different color. Or I'm like, that's it. That's it right there. She's the one.
Yeah.
Or he's the one.
Yeah. I know you probably work right up until the show starts. I can tell that in you.
Yeah, I do. I tell them, I said, don't be surprised you come to the show 2 days from now and I got 3 more outfits for you to wear. You just keep on working. You just have to stop. At some point, you just got to stop. But yeah, and I make jewelry too. So I'm making the jewelry and I'm making all the accessories.
I love what you got on. This is beautiful. What you got on. What is this made of?
Two necklaces.
Tell us about that.
Just a lot of different beads and what do I have on? I'm trying to look. Different beads and things like different places. And just I'll do it with wire. I'll take like brass or copper, silver wire, and so the jewelry's bendable too. You can like kind of bend it around and change it.
I see that. Nice.
So I like colors, y'all see. I
do too. I do too. You say got a little bit of everything on me.
That's all right.
My face. I like colors.
Yeah. So here's my next question. Now I know you said you go to these different places and get these unique fabrics. How is it? Do you have to? And you sell this stuff. Is there any copyright infringement on you having you create something after the fabric you bought it? Can somebody say, "Hey, that's my piece," and is any issue with that?
Well, I haven't had that yet. But I will say over the years, I'll draw certain things or logos or whatever, and I'll make certain outfits. And, somebody come along, maybe I know them, maybe I don't. It's looking, a lot like what you're doing, but really it's nothing new under the sun. And even if you do copyright, say I make a hat. The hat, it's got a bib, one's got 2 bibs or whatever. The moment I put it out there into the world and somebody sees it, even if they were going to try to do something exactly like that and it was copywritten, they could just add another little pin on the side. It changes the outfit. That's how it kind of goes. But people always, as they say, biting off what you're doing. Just keep on going. Just keep on do something else. God, do something else to do.
Yeah. I noticed that Bible verse you threw in there too about that under the sun. Just gonna let you know that.
I have to throw that in there because there's nothing new.
No, it's not, and it's a good point too, because it all comes back around, because remember back in the days, bell bottoms was it, and that kind of went out and it came back, and the Pee Wee Herman outfit, how he used to be weird. Now you see people went to the prom, everybody look like Pee Wee Herman now. I'm like, okay, all right, so just coming full circle. So, but one thing I did say, I did enjoy your free flowing styles that you often highlight your annual runways shows that you've been doing for about 40 plus years.
This year, the one coming up in October will be my 40th annual.
Yeah, about 40. Okay. Can you tell us what all goes in preparing for a runway show of that magnitude? Walk me through a typical day process, the whole thing. How do you
day?
do that?
What you want? You want the day or you want an overview of the whole thing? It's 2 different things.
Well, give me the day first, and then tell me how do you compartmentalize all that down in it? Because I'd be overwhelmed. I'd lose my hair.
It's overwhelming. It is overwhelming, and a lot of times I look back on it and think, well, how did I do all that without, but you do it, and then people help me. I get a lot of help along the way. I really do, because there's more things than just the sewing. So a typical day, getting ready for a show. I get up early and I may say I'm gonna make jackets today. So I go through my upholstery fabric or leather or whatever I'm making the jackets out of, and I basically just kind of lay it around and look at it. So I walk around and maybe I'll make a necklace or maybe I'll make a purse, and I'm looking at this jacket all the time. And then I get in my spirit about what I want to put with it, the fabric that I have, I want to mix with it. And I might put it up on a hanger or lay it on a table, lay it out, and I just see the colors. I can see it in my mind's eye. So I'll start just making it. So I'll be working on different things to, put in the show, because I have the jewelry, the accessories, the jackets. I do artwork. I have greeting cards. I do regular artwork. So it's a lot of different things. I just kind of decide what I'm doing that day.
I know I'm sure you have where your help comes in, where you're actually putting these shows together or whatever, assembly pieces. But when you're in the creative process part of it, are you just in your boutique by yourself, just alone with your thoughts, doing your thing? And then
I sew in the boutique, but also sew at home.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm with myself, because a lot of times I've had people sometimes want me to show them how to sew or show them different things. I can show certain things, but my thought process, the way I make things, I don't know how to show anybody, because it's, I don't know how to tell anybody, put this fabric on a chair and walk around and do stuff all day, and then it hits you. I don't know how to tell you. You kind of have that or you don't.
Kind of
I'll
like when my
start off
grandma
like
used to teach us how to cook. I said my grandma used to teach us how to, well, she didn't really teach us how to cook. She would make cakes from scratch. Really didn't show us, but I know it was good. But so yeah, it's kind of like that. You just gotta learn on the fly.
Just kind of it just comes to me. I just know when I feel like it's right, or I like, these two things together, or I might just do something solid and do artwork on it. That's basically how it kind of comes together for me. And colors, I like to mix a lot of different things together, and I just know in my mind, like, okay, this is it. This is right.
Yeah.
Do you ever? Oh, I'm sorry, Ward. Go ahead.
No. Your turn. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just going to ask if she ever, like, if one of the staff or whatever. I don't know how big your staff is. I was going to ask that too, but I don't know if one of your staff members, the people we work with, say, "Hey, Voszi, I actually think blue would be good in this necklace." Do you take suggestions from them, or you like, no, I know what I want, I know what I like, and we're sticking with it?
I'm always open to stuff, because I really feel like people come into your life in times for a reason, whatever the reason is. I'm open to things, but usually at the process when I'm making it, it usually is just me. Now, the point where I might get some feedback, or it's mostly like when I do the fittings of the client or the fittings of the models. Like I said, a person might have a jacket, because it might not even be my size or my style, but it's a model that will wear it for the show, and I'll put it on them, and they might say, well, what if I put this backwards and rolled this sleeve up and had that one down? And what if you add this top to it instead of what you have with it? I'm definitely open to all that.
Go with that. All right.
Okay. All right.
And I do get that.
That's good. I think Tiki was trying to say, ask in a nice way. Do you take was it constructive criticism?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you'll be knowing everything. I don't be knowing everything. And like I said, I make things. Sometimes you can wear them different ways that I didn't think about, or something I might not necessarily put together. And another model or person or whatever, they'll say, well, what about putting this? Wear this hat with it, or that jewelry. Why don't you put this jewelry on my ankle? I thought I was making a bracelet. The one girl, she had it on her leg. She had doubled up for ankle bracelets. I'm like, okay,
there you go.
That works.
There it is. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely open to that.
Now, we were talking about how you put that together. Do you have the same venue every year? Does that make it easier for you to just plug and play?
In the last 40 years, I've had so many different venues. Now, the venue I'm having the both shows at this year is the same place I had my 39th annual fashion show at last year. So so these last 2 years, it's been the same places so far.
Where is it this year?
It's going to be at the they call it the Performing Arts Center. It's at 549 Franklin Avenue in Columbus, and that's 43215. And that's also where my boutique is located, in the same building. That makes it a little easier too, because I can just transfer stuff downstairs.
Much easier, yeah. Are you working with CareSource or some insurance providers too? Are they giving you some sponsorship on that?
No, I'm always looking for sponsors for the fall show, but no,
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious, but I know a lot of insurance companies. I'm a licensed agent too. They will
Okay.
provide money if you have some
How
educational
many
piece in there.
jobs you have, sir? You didn't name a lot of things that
I
you
do.
do.
I do a
Don't get
lot.
him started. He's done
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done a lot. I just know it's
Okay.
they give you like each of them give you about $1,500 to $2,000. You just got to have an educational piece in there or something for. So you want. We'll talk offline. Never mind.
Yeah, 'cause I would love. I mean, I'm always looking for sponsors. Like I said, a lot of stuff. That's why I'm blessed to have some people are working with me after all these years. Because I can't. It's about you can't do everything. Making the clothes is enough, but trying to put the show together, trying to do the VIP, trying to sell tickets, trying to get sponsors.
Man.
And it's like, you know what, girl, no.
Yeah.
So
I know how
I'm
that
getting some
is.
help this year.
Everybody needs some help. So yeah.
I do that.
Um,
Calm down, girl. Calm down.
mhm,
I
yeah.
have a question kind of based on
Uh-huh.
off of what he said. Did you receive any grants or anything like that for what you're doing? You get any help for minority or female owned business or
Well,
things like
no. Okay, this year I did apply. You said you're in Columbus, the Greater Columbus
Mhm.
Arts Council. I applied. It's something I've been saying I was going to do, and I never did. But this year I applied for the individual artist grant. So we should be
Okay.
knowing at any time if I received it, and I'm gonna manifest that yes, I received it, but I haven't at this time. But it's going to come, so I will. I applied for that.
Yep.
All right.
Gotta believe in it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you had mentioned you do jackets, hats, jewelry. I really enjoy jackets. Do you have a favorite item that you enjoy doing?
I think I like the. I think I do like the. I think I like my jackets and my coats.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Mhm.
love those. I mean, I do. Pretty much everything. Tops, jackets, whatever. But the coats and the upholstery, the jackets, adding that to that, I really like that.
Yeah.
I would
So
say
so it's
my
like
best seller. Mhm.
so if I'm understanding this right, when you do make it a mold or tell me you said you put it on a chair, are you just taking a measuring and say, okay, this is the average person size, or like a man's a 42, or how do you go about making that fit? Because
I
you have
think
all the
more in
different models.
terms when I'm doing stuff I mostly do ready to wear because I don't do a lot of made to order. I just learned over the years sometimes it make my head hurt. But I do some
Mm,
made to orders, but I do ready to wear that I put into the boutique. So I kind of think small, medium, large, more like.
okay.
And it just depends on how much the fabric is. If I got a little piece of fabric, then it's probably gonna be for a smaller person. Or if I'm
Yeah.
painting t-shirts, then he has small, medium, large. So
Mhm.
I think terms of all sizes, heights, ages,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
So you're custom made. Oh, well, they're all custom made, but so you'll
Mhm.
do one in a large, you'll do the same. It's just not a one off. It's just you'll do one
So
in a large, you'll do in a
everything,
medium, do a
but
small.
yeah, everything's gonna be one of a kind though. I mean, I'll have small coats, I'll have medium coats, I have large, I have extra large, and some things are more versatile just because of the way they're made and the way they fit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
everything's just one of a kind. So if I have like
Mm-hmm.
a red and black jacket in a small, that's gonna be the only one that's exactly like that one.
Okay.
Mhm.
So somebody can't say, I want that jacket. I saw, can you get me that jacket that had
Yeah,
in
because
the
one of the
red and
things,
black one? You're like, no, that's it.
yeah,
That's the only one. Yeah. Okay.
you might get a similar fabric sometime because if I have
Mm-hmm.
maybe a whole boat of fabric, I might make a lot of different things out of it. But
Mhm.
I'll do
Okay.
something because my customer wants to know they're getting one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because I know you can at the end of your shows you sell the products right there. Is that
Yeah,
what the
everything is for sale after the show.
also the models take it off and you just go get it right there?
They take it off. I've had people try to follow them to the dressing room because they know,
Oh.
when that one's gone, it's gone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still
Mhm.
trying to figure out how
Yeah.
to make that a little easier after the show
Yeah.
because people get stuff they want to hold on to and they're like, yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
have
Absolutely.
do you have any idea how many people just shop Voszi's clothing line? They come in and they're always just going to be there buying your stuff. Do you know how many regular customers you have like that?
Now you talking about people that buy from me regularly or
Mm-hmm.
only
Buy
buy from?
from buy from you regularly.
Oh, I'd have to sit and think about it because I have people that have come to my show almost every year for the last 40 years. And people
Okay.
start coming and it's like a word of mouth and it's kind of like the Voszi show's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
the fall show and they'll come there, make sure I'm coming. I'm bringing 5
Mm-hmm.
people with me and whatever. So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
am blessed with
That's too
that.
many to count, huh?
Yeah, I don't
Probably.
really know the
Yeah.
number because I have people that I haven't seen for a while that show back up and just,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Yeah. So what do you what do you do with those models? Because you said you make small, medium, and large. Do you try to fit your clothes with your models, or you just have to say, "Hey, I'm trying to advertise. I need models of this size or that size." How do you make
I've
that
learned,
work?
I've learned over the years because I can remember having certain models and I try to make stuff to fit them. But now I just create, and I have models in all different sizes, ages, colors. So I pretty much have all different figure and sizes. And that therefore, whatever I make, I'm gonna have someone to fit it, at least one
Mhm.
person. So I design to my spirit and my heart and not to the model, because the model is probably only gonna wear it for a minute,
Mhm.
you know.
Mhm.
So I
Okay.
just try to
Oh,
create and have different sizes and things for everybody. Mhm.
I see. Okay. Um, can you tell me about your different clothing lines? Because I understand you have more than one line.
Yeah, so I have what I call Voszi designs, which are
Mhm.
now to me they're more simple type clothing, but people don't always agree with me. They said I don't think that's simple, but it's more the what I would call more simple everyday type of outfits. And then I
Okay.
have the Alvoice collection, which is my high-end couture collection,
Ooh.
where they're more expensive and they're really it's like couture, real elegant and
Mhm.
Mhm.
different. And then I have jewelry. So I have the V-jeweled jewelry. Then I have the accessories like purses and hats and rings and
Mhm.
earrings and artwork and
Yeah.
greeting cards. Mhm.
You do cards too?
Yeah, because I draw long before I ever did sew. So I have these, I call them logo girls. Kind of, they either
Mhm.
have the half face, they're all one of a kind as well. And I draw them on the outside of the cards. Like if people
Mhm.
buy clothes from me, the shopping bag has some of my artwork on it.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you
Yeah,
selling your
the
clothes
artwork.
online, or do you have a storefront too, or are you doing also online?
Well, right now, a store on at the 549 East Franklin. I'm not East Franklin, Franklin Avenue. The same place where the show is. I have a up on the second floor. I have a boutique and a um, shop where you sew at. It's all connected together. I need to
Okay.
be online more. I'm planning. That's something I'm planning to get some help with getting things online. Probably start off with my jewelry.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, you definitely want to do that because they call that e-commerce. That can really fast forward everything for you because when COVID hit, I think people realized the power of being online because
Hmm.
I saw Amazon coming every day in my neighborhood. So like,
Hmm.
yeah, that's get it fast too. So,
So I've done some
but
things,
yeah.
but I want to be more deliberate with it because that's not my
Mm,
expertise. So I'm just getting some help with people doing those things for me too.
okay. All right. Yeah, of course, CTI wants to be
Yeah,
quick.
I actually do. I stepped on your toes a couple times. I was trying to keep my mouth shut for a minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, no problem.
I was thinking as far as the models go. So do you? I just saw actually on your Instagram you had put out a call for models. So are you good for this show? You've got all the models you need.
Are you wanting a model or something, young lady?
Not me,
Oh, I
but I
thought
was
you were
thinking.
putting me. Hey.
But I was telling my daughters. I said she
Mhm.
need models. We can, can ask them.
Pretty much for this show, I do have enough models. I did want to. I'd be interested in another gentleman if I could find one more. I have two.
Okay. Okay.
They'd have to contact
There
me
you
pretty
go, Ward.
soon. Hmm.
Too far,
There you go.
too
See,
far.
but the 40th annual show, which is like a really big show for me, and 40, the number 40, it's just a whole lot of things going on there. I have
Yeah.
not even done the model call for that. So when I put the model call out for that, I'll be looking for people at that time, probably around August. I haven't set the date, but I'll
So
do
Mhm.
can
another.
anybody apply or whatever? They don't have to.
Anybody can try out
Okay.
because like I said, I design for people that are going to be buying some stuff because everybody's not
Hmm.
tall and skinny and
Right.
size 3. I mean, I
Mm,
don't I design for people, everyday people
Yes.
that want to be
mhm.
different, but everyday people. So I have all sizes and everything. But you gotta be able to walk though, have that certain walk
See,
and posture and stuff.
mm,
Hmm.
yeah. See, she
Yeah.
said tryout ticket. I can't
Yeah.
compete with these young people. I don't have to walk. I got to
No,
You
hold
I
my
know,
would
you
knee,
do.
roll
hold my
my
back.
ankle. Mm-mm. I would
Nah,
just
I'm good.
detract from the show. You'd have to call the
Yeah,
ambulance.
they be coming down on roller skates and everything. I can't do all that. So,
See, yeah, so it's all
so
types of people to try out. And I have a
Okay.
base group
Well,
of models who have been modeling me for a long time. Some of them are professionals. I have that group, and then also like some fresh faces too.
I see. Okay. All right. I like the colors and unusual looks that you have because you definitely embody that. But I want to know about what happens sometime when, say, a person's weight may fluctuate, say, due to COVID, pregnancy, breakups, can you still fit these outfits during all these different phases?
Well, a lot of times you can, because like I said, like take a coat or something, for example, or top or whatever. The cut of it, you can wear it. It's not like always real form fitting. And I have some things are knit that might be more fitted. But you
Yeah.
can, if you gain some weight or lose some weight, you can still wear it because you can, like I said, you can wear it loose, open, perhaps. You could tie it up in the front. You could turn it backwards and tie it in the back. And, a little bit of weight here or there, it'll be fine. And plus it can look
Okay.
different a lot of times you wear it too.
Mhm. I guess I'm curious how to, with no buttons, zippers, and things, is that you have a patent for that, or that's a common thing in the industry?
When you really think about it, I mean, when you look into it, I should say, when you think about it, I think a lot of times people think, well, everything must have elastic waist and go over your
Yeah.
head. But that's not really true. A lot of things don't have buttons and zippers when you really look at them. A lot of things don't have buttons and zippers. They could be a dress, and it could be a skirt, it could be a top, it could be, a jacket, hat. A lot of things just don't have buttons and zippers when you really look at your clothes.
Yeah, yours is the first line that I was aware of, though, that just didn't include any of those things ever in their outfits. And I'm like, yeah, I could see there's an advantage to that. To be more comfortable sometimes. So
Not as structured usually. Like, as I do have some clothes, like I'll make like things out of knit fabrics that are more clingier that it might be more fitted. Or like a skirt that might be some type of knit skirt. It would be more fitted, but then you might have a looser top, or it's really a lot of things. You just have to, when you look at your clothes, you'll see like, I didn't think about that not having buttons and zippers.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
a
I
lot
really like about, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I was going to share what I really liked about your line, actually, is that the clothing is modest. It's beautiful, but it's modest. And actually, I was sharing with my daughters. I was telling them to go look on your Instagram to see some, because that's one of the first things they asked me. Because I said they love those kind of bold patterns, and you got a lot like tribal looking Africa. They love that kind of thing. So that's the first thing they asked me, is like, does she make modest clothing? I said, get on there and look. You've got a lot to choose from. It's beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess me being a mother and a grandmother, I might do me a little, what I call shorts. She might be up over the knee like that. Oh, you made a skirt up over the knee. I said, well, this time that's just a certain look.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you won't have to be walking and pulling it down every time you take a step.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I like that.
So you had mentioned before you can sometimes possibly wear your clothes upside down and stuff. How is that possible? I'm confused. So you can just flip it upside down.
Mostly that'd be a jacket. See, a jacket or so. I've had jackets, and I'm in the first lady. She's passed away now. She had bought I don't know if I'm gonna say names, but she passed away now. She's very fashionable here in Columbus. And I met her probably about 15 years ago, 20. And then she had bought this jacket from me. And she was asking me if I knew this designer named Izzy Mayaki. And I'm like, that's my favorite designer. And she said, and I saw her out and she had the jacket. She said, how you like this? And I said, well, it looks different. And she had turned it upside down. It's kind of hard to explain. Okay, you think of a jacket just being a rounded neck, a particular jacket, and it can have a collar on it. You put it on upside down, you just put it on, you put your arms in the same sleeves, but just gives it a different shape and structure. So the collar that maybe would be up or laying down now is part of the outfit. It might come down around your hips. It's hard to explain, but just a lot of things you can turn them backwards, and it gives them a different look.
Yeah.
Right, you saying but
yeah, I just see that. I'll just come in and see and watch a show.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's not all outfits, right? That's just some of them that can do that.
Not every single one.
Okay.
Not every single one. Like I could have a skirt. You think of a skirt, just a straight skirt could be worn as a skirt, of course, with a top. It can be pulled up and worn as a strapless dress. You could probably visualize that.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you put a tag in your clothes too with your name on it?
I do, and I'm so happy because people was getting on me for years. Probably right before COVID, I ordered these labels from New York. So I have the Voszi designs, and they all the House of Voszi. My place is called the House of Voszi. They have Voszi designs, so it's the Alvoice collection.
Okay, okay. Spell that Alvoice name too. How do you spell that?
ALV, like Victor, OYCE. Alvoice.
Okay, got it. Okay. Which fashion trends do you like if you're looking on the fashion shows? So, is anything that kind of stands out to you, or you just do your own lane?
I don't think I really follow trends. I just kind of make what I like and what I feel to make. I don't really. I mean, I see things that I see fashion shows and different things that I like, but I don't really follow trends and stuff. I just kind of make what comes to me.
Okay, and that's the same with your t-shirts. T-shirts have the bold colors as well, and different.
Well, my t-shirts is
unique
mostly my
patterns.
art. It's mostly my artwork. So I'm drawing free-handed artwork on the t-shirts, and some t-shirts I
Okay.
might add fabric to them too. Because this spring show, I've got a line of t-shirts and things I'm doing out of the t-shirt knits. It's mostly like artwork on the fashion, art to wear.
Okay, so no billboard shirts with words and different things. Or it's just more the patterns and things like that.
Yeah, it might have different things. It might have some letters on it. It might have some words. It might have artwork too. But just like stuff, they're all one of a kind as well. So I'm just doing hand like drawing, which I consider my first love.
So you can make a t-shirt for the What's Up Award show, and just have some
for what?
For our show, the What's Up Award show. You can make a t-shirt for us with some of your
Oh, sure.
patterns and fuse.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I would like to
him
see
a
that.
Voszi t-shirt.
Yeah. Wear it every show. If you're out there.
Okay. It'll say I have 20 jobs.
Yaman, you know me.
That's low balling at Voszi.
Yeah. Is there something out there in the fashion world you say, oh my God, what are they doing? What is that? Because I know I see it all the time. Like now I see people wearing these big red Smurf boots.
You was gonna say that. See, that's just what I was gonna say. I don't what? I be seeing that. I'm like, I thought it was a joke.
No, I did too.
And I'm like, they really wearing them red. What? I don't understand that.
And they get stuck on your foot till you need 2-3 people to pull them off. Yeah, because it's so narrow at the top, then it gets out big.
Maybe it's a way to make friends. Who made those?
I don't know. I think Papa Smurf wore them. That's what I remember.
I just started seeing them. I thought they were a joke.
Yeah, no, that. Hey, I think they're about $400, $400 or $500.
I'm sure. And I might get in trouble for this. I hope I don't. But I don't do the skirts and dresses for men. I don't. Now, if they want to buy them and wear them, that's fine. I don't just. I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. I was gonna try to find a way to ask that because I mean, everybody can do what they got to do, but we do.
And they can wear what they want, but I don't. I guess I should say, I don't, and I haven't. I don't know what's going to happen in this future, but I don't think so. I don't show them like in a fashion show, like the skirts and the little tops and stuff for me, and I just don't.
Well, I don't think it's anything wrong with you saying that because it's your show and you're doing it your way. Because like I think people have the right to smoke cigarettes. I just don't get involved with that. So that's just not my thing, So I could appreciate you being careful with your words on that. Is there? How big is your current team now? You said you have a lot of models, isn't that? How many people you have working with you to do this?
Models?
Yeah, models and just the whole team in general.
Oh, that's a sitting thing. Okay, so the models for this show, unless I maybe get, like I said, one more gentleman, I have 19 models for this show. So I like to have a nice amount. I like to have a nice amount because if I might do an outfit, a collection, I'm gonna say within the collection, it might be 5 outfits, I'll say jean material. And maybe they're all made different, but they have this one material running through them. I might want to send all 5 of them out at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe have them exchange the outfits between each other. And they, maybe want to take the one that one person had on and turn this one upside down, or want to turn this one backwards, or they'll add this. And so if I want to send out, say 5 outfits at a time, or whatever I want to do, I don't ever want to worry about gaps on the floor because there's not enough models. So I like to have a nice amount of models.
Yeah.
How
long is the show?
an hour. I don't like shows to go over an hour. Just for me, it's like I don't want to keep looking. I don't. So at the show will be an hour, it'll be a little intermission.
Okay. You have music playing and everything too?
Yeah, have music, it's video, lights and sound, and person taking pictures, and people help me in the dressing room. Like this show that I'm doing for the spring, it's gonna just be a straight out fashion show. But the one I do, this annual show, I have like the VIP reception. So it's like 2 levels of ticket to VIP or just a general admission. And then they'll that's basically it. I have like raffles and things like that.
What about kids? Are kids in models as well?
I don't have a lot of kids. The youngest I had last show, and she was fabulous. She was 12. That's about the youngest to go, because I have over the years had kids. What I find is a lot of people are trying to buy like 5 and 6-year-old designer outfits that they might wear for a month, if that long.
Yeah,
I don't do a lot of kids, but when I had the tryouts, a child comes and they got to, they working, walking everything. I can be persuaded, but I don't. Mostly about 12. I say it starts maybe about 12. 13, because a lot of them are, they're tall and everything else at that age a lot of times.
Now, do the models kind of wear any of their own items there too, or everything that they there is your
no, everything is things I made.
Okay. What about the shoes? What do they do there?
That's just what I was going to ask.
They wearing their shoes now. I don't have a connection. I would love to have a connection with shoes, but they wearing some, and they wear some fabulous shoes too.
So it's a possibility we may see them red boots coming down the runway on the 26th.
Well, you know what? If you come from Naptown and you want to wear them, we'll let you. I'll make you something to go with it, just as wow, huh?
I wear a size 13. I'll never get them joints off, so I'm definitely at the pass on that.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I gotta look that up and see who designed those, because they probably making a killing, because they're everywhere. They laugh, they're everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta get you a big name celebrity, I guess. And that's a good question. Do you feel you need a celebrity to wear your product? That would be great. That's more things that come into. Once I make the clothes, a lot of times I'm thinking I'd like to have a person on the news wearing, my outfits. I like this. I like a movie star, but I just can only do so much with myself. I would need that connection or somebody to work that out for me. Then I would gladly put the outfits and things together. Yeah, sound like you need one of them free interns at the local college to do all your
I've
stuff.
had some interns over the years, some different, over the years, different people that sew and different things, just different things have happened. Not all bad. I've had some interns work with me.
Are you familiar with Damon John of Fubu? Now on Shark Tank.
Damon that be on Shark Tank. That's my show. Fubu. For us, by us.
Well, he kind of changed a little bit now, but he started out in the fashion world, and he kind of hooked up with LL Cool J, and LL did not believe in him at all.
Really?
But he said, since you from Hollis, Queens, and around here with me, I'm gonna go and do this for you. They did a Gap commercial, and one thing led to another, and they blew up. So I was wondering if you could get a big name celebrity, like, would you let Kanye wear your stuff?
Kanye ain't trying to wear my stuff.
You never know.
Why you pick Kanye? I'm not against Kanye, but I just don't think my stuff would be for Kanye, because he got his own stuff.
Yeah, but he also helps people. He's big on that. I mean, you'd be surprised if you just ask somebody, hey, can you do this? Like I said, we'll talk offline.
I'm serious. I'm open to all that. I think all that stuff comes. You just gotta be ready when it comes. The opportunity comes in flight.
You're right.
You gotta be ready.
We got to find somebody from Columbus, Ohio, or from Ohio. See, John Legend. Where's he from? Is he from
Springfield?
Get that on Chrissy. Get that on Chrissy. See if he can get that on Chrissy.
She just having a baby. She pregnant now. She just had a baby.
I think well, LeBron wasn't not too far. LeBron's from Akron.
I saw LeBron when they played Brookhaven when he was in 12th grade.
Wow. Okay.
They came here and played the latest.
The thing about getting a celebrity wear your items, it's about getting their handlers to wear your items. Most people say I go straight in, but no, you go to the handler and say, hey man, I like to give you this outfit. You can wear this and that. Then say, LeBron, people see him like, man, where you get that at? Man, it's the Voszi collection right here, man. Let me get you some.
And
it just
LeBron
works
seemed to
like
be
that.
a nice family oriented business person. Really
Oh yeah,
seems
he's
to be.
definitely in the business. Yeah. All you can do is get to his people. So, because I was able to get people on my show, celebrities and different things, all just by going through the handlers. So, continue to follow your say. I mean, we even found you, so we already on the map. I think we can retire now. We got you, but we're gonna keep trying to keep it on. But
I asked so many questions. I said, Lord, I'm gonna get on this show. I was asking so many questions.
I'm so glad you did.
I'm very inspired by you because I think a lot of people have great ideas, but without action, it just remains an idea. So you out there doing it. I mean, I can think of a million things that could stop you, but everything you said so far, you positive, you're moving forward. You talked about the scotomas you had, and you just keep on going. So what's your inspiration? What's pushing you to keep going?
I just love it. I guess I always did like fashion and drawing and things, even before I went to school. And it's something I always wanted to do. And I love doing it. I love doing it. And
would you ever? Well, go ahead, Voszi.
Would I ever?
Ahead. I didn't mind to interrupt you.
No, that's it. I mean, I do it. It's my passion. I breathe it. I don't understand if I wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you would ever like visit an art college, just speak there, just to just to say, you know what, I made it in the fashion industry. This is
excuse me. Yeah, I've spoken to different places. I would.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, because you have to keep it. You have to kind of keep it going. I don't know how long I got on this earth. I don't have a problem passing on, what I can pass on. Because I do, like I said, I draw. I do the jewelry. I do, different things. I'm always open to do more things. So yeah, definitely, no problem.
Yeah, I thought they'd be influential doing something like that in a school for kids who are interested in art or fashion design or whatever, and just seeing like a local kind of celebrity and say, yeah, Voszi did it, we could do it.
Yeah, because over the years, I've a lot of students, they've grown up and stuff now, and they're like, oh, I took your sewing class, or years ago and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. Because I can do basic, I've had sewing class where I do like something basic, they might make a hat or a purse or whatever, and I want to do that in my shop too. Maybe just one person, maybe a couple of weekends out the month. Not like every weekend, but they just have.
Right. That's nice. Yep. Okay, again, we're talking to fashion designer Voszi Douglas on Columbus, Ohio, and we're going to move to the second part of our show, one of my favorite things called Getting to Know You or Rapid Fire Questions. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. You just tell me the first thing that comes to mind, and we'll just keep moving like that, okay? Most people get nervous on this part, but I'm sure you won't because you're a veteran. All right. First question is, what legacy does Voszi want to leave?
I just want to have a passion and live out your passion.
Okay, yeah. How do you handle criticism? I think you kind of got on this earlier. Or if you have any criticism.
I have criticism. Try to be open-minded and look at what how it was given to you. Is it just is it really to help you, or is it just something to try to knock your feet out from under you? You got that going on too. So I try to look at how it's given.
Okay. What's your earliest, fondest memory of fashion?
My grandmother, as a kid, we go down to Tennessee, and she would have outfits that she was making for some of the people in the people a little bit more money than in the area she lived. And I said, wow.
Okay. Are you married or single?
Single.
Okay. All right.
Why you want to know for? Okay, go ahead.
I always ask because I was going to ask if you was married, how did your husband, how do you feel about it? Because I seem like this would take a lot of time out. I was going to ask, how did you balance that home life?
It fell by the wayside over the years. But anyway, a single.
Oh, okay.
You're married to your business, aren't you? Married to your work.
At this time.
She might be open to it again.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like it. She said,
I'm open. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because people be asking me on the show, hey, man, so just throw that out there.
Fix my neck. Okay.
Yeah. What do you see yourself in, say, 5, 10 years from now? What's the end game? What are you looking like?
I would like to have a modern storefront place where I can like sell my clothes. I would like to have like a gallery, a small area for a gallery, like emerging artists starting out. I'd like them to be able to show their work. And I'd like an area where I could teach some things,
Okay.
like in the back. That's what I'd like to do.
What type of technology changes have you seen over the years that just kind of amaze you? Is there anything that's kind of like, wow, I never thought they could do something like that?
Now, you talking about in fashion or just in general?
In general, in general.
I didn't think we can walk around carrying phones and stuff around. That's what I'm still, that's a lot for me. I'm like, we're gonna be carrying phones around?
Yeah,
And,
yeah, right.
even buying water. That's kind of stuff I look at. I'm like, we buying water?
Right, yeah.
Real basic, but I mean, really, I remember when they first, I'm like, that ain't gonna go.
Yeah, yeah. Who
Computers
knew?
being so small. So I remember seeing computers the sizes of rooms when I was a
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
And now it's like in
yeah.
your hand. So that's one of the biggest things. Yeah.
I remember when I first went to college back in the days, my parents sent me down here. Computers weren't really big at that time, back in the late 80s. And they sent me down with this huge, I think you call it a word compressor. I don't know what that thing was. I was like, wow. So I never thought you could use your phone as a computer either. And the water, we used to go to the water thing inside the house. We take the water hose and drink there. Now go in the store, like, yeah, you're right. It's a lot of changes.
Oh, this water don't taste good. That brand. I'm like, come on now. Are they really doing anything, taking it out the sink? I don't know.
It's the same. They're getting out the same planet. So, yeah.
That's what I should have thought of making that, selling water.
Well, hey, there's air. Ain't nobody got that yet. We probably get we can work something out on that.
Air. They sell air. You go pump
compressor
air in your tires.
yeah, you're right. We'll sell it door to door. One thing that I think a good hustle people don't know about is everybody getting these electric cars. You know how like AAA drives around, changes tires, drive around with a little portable charger for you. Somebody run out of electricity on the thing, pull up, you said, hey, give you a charge, $50, boom, sticking outside the box. Yeah,
well, there go another job for you.
Yeah.
She's funny. Speaking of other jobs, what else do you do besides being a trendsetter in fashion? Is there anything else that Voszi does in Columbus?
You saying what else I do besides what?
Being a fashion trendsetter. Anything else you do? Any
other
jobs?
A 9 to 5, you know?
Yeah.
I work for City of Columbus, Rex and Parks. I've been working. I'm a receptionist at the. I don't know if should I say the place.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So I work at the Cultural Arts Center. I've been there almost 30 years as a receptionist.
That's where I know you from. Yeah. Okay. I saw you there.
Are you serious? You saw. You know what?
Do you want me slapping for you?
I know, just
slapping for you.
And I'm believing. I'm like, oh, is that weird? Okay, well. Okay.
Yeah. See, that's why. See, it's full circle.
Ain't nothing new
under the sun.
But I do meet a lot of people. I've met a lot of people at the Cultural Arts Center, artists and different people coming through there. It's been it's my job, and there's also a good benefit for me.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. And my last question is, what is your dream vacation spot?
Paris. I want to go to Paris. I haven't been to Paris yet.
Okay.
Where the world's going, I get a little nervous. I mean, just the Paris I know I would like to go, but the way stuff's going make me a little nervous to leave Columbus sometime. I would love to go to Paris.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta leave that snow, let it go, and just go on and do something different. I know you like it, but yeah,
we ain't got too much snow. It's just real unpredictable now.
Right? Yeah. It's bipolar snow weather because it's the same over here. We pretty much get the same weather. But I want to give you a bonus question because that scripture you slipped in there. I want to ask you this: would you rather have $5 million or a 5-minute conversation with Jesus?
Oh, I want to talk with Jesus because I'm sure within that I get a whole lot more than money. Because he gonna know what I need, and that I need it right then when I'm talking to him, and he gonna give me that.
So what you're gonna ask him for the Powerball numbers? What's the Powerball numbers? What it is?
He always wants you to ask bigger than whatever you think. It has to be big. It's got to be something much bigger than all that. I have to think about what it would be.
Okay, all right. Give me the perfect design for my next show, Jesus. What should it be? You gotta be prepared. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close here. It's been a pleasure speaking with Voszi Douglas today. But before we go, can you tell people where they can find your social media footprints so they can see your wonderful work and contact you if they will?
Okay, so I am on Facebook under Voszi Douglas
Mhm.
under Facebook, Instagram under Voszi Designs. Okay, I think that's my social media right now.
Okay.
And
All
I
right.
can give a phone number and an address to where my boutique is.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes,
so
give us that.
my the House of Voszi is located at 549 Franklin Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. Phone
Mhm.
number 614-483-4099. And that's also where
Okay.
you can contact me about tickets to shows through Eventbrite, or you can charge my phone, or just come by and get you a ticket.
Okay. And tell us about the two shows we got coming up. I know we got one, I think March 26th.
Okay, I'm having my spring show, which is coming up soon. It's going to be Sunday, March the 26th at the same location on Franklin Avenue. And my
Mhm.
big 40th annual fashion show. We got a lot of big surprises and things for that. That's going to be Sunday, October the 8th at the same location at the 549 Franklin Avenue in the Performing Arts
Oh.
Center.
And you also mentioned that you're looking for models too. So and
So
male
let's look
models,
for
you said?
models. Male model for this show or whatever. You got, something special. You might be able to do this show too. Just give me a call and we'll have you come and walk for me in some heels or some dress shoes. Just show me if you can
Yeah.
burn the
Mhm.
floor. Can you burn the floor or not?
Can swap flavors. You model, you get your t-shirt. You
See?
model
There
first,
you
you
go.
get your t-shirt.
Yeah, hey.
Well, I'm bringing them red boots now, so I don't know. So yeah, we'll see.
Make you a little hat
All
to
right.
match.
Right, right. I wear the Kango most of the time. But let me go ahead and get my final thoughts before we get out of here. I want to
Okay.
quote one of my favorites, Confucius. He once said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." And to that I say, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. So again, thank you, Voszi Douglas, for sharing your story with us today. And remember, everybody has a story to tell, but we just want to know what's yours.
What's yours?
So
Thank
until
you.
next time, peace.